Well, welcome to the show, Tobias Hass. You're a phenomenal musician and drummer, starting at the tender age of 4. Before the age of 10, you were learning drums, and you're also part of a marching band. You've worked with a variety of artists: Anne Clark, Ronald LaPread of the Commodores, Ray Wilson, and of course our very own Skyler Jett. There's loads more to talk about with you, Tobias. So thank you so much for joining us, and please do tell us more.
Yes. Thank you very much to be on your show. Very welcome, and it's nice to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, wonderful, brother. Well, introduce us to your lovely girlfriend.
So this is my girlfriend Nerea. We just met a year ago in Croatia, actually on a jam session.
What?
It was ridiculous. Yeah. It was.
That stuff works. Oh man.
No, it was a phenomenal story, man. And she's one of the most famous bass player in Zadar or in Croatia. Everybody knows her.
Yeah, man, she's ferocious. She got a beautiful sound, man. And I mean, and to know that you guys are a team and an item, you can just practice anytime you want to with anything, right?
Well, that's right. Yeah. Like,
that's the cool thing. Wow. Tom, you got a question?
Well, I do, yeah. Tobias, your career in music started such a very young age. What's driven you to carry it on? Is it just the love of beat and drums particularly, or what was the big draw for you?
I would say yes. It's really like easy say like this thing you have in your genes, but it really started even before I was 4. I played on the couch with my parents and it was dirty, and my mom was angry because it was full of dust and everything. I was 2, and then I was always wanted to play, and then I started with 4. They bought me this little kit drum set, right? And then I just smashed it after 1 month, and I said, man, and I always played. And then I was going to this marching band because I'm from a small village in Germany, and like 30, 40 years ago, there was almost nothing here, so it was this marching thing. They wanted me to push to play trumpet or stuff like this, and I said no. So I played drums. And then even my parents always pushed me, can you play that? Can you play trumpet or something? I said no. And then I remember there was a meeting with all of these guys, and I was 10, and I stood up and I said, no, I can't play here anymore. I have to play funk. I have to play something else. And because I met a guy, I have to say in Germany at this time, my parents are more or less kind of Volksmusik and this kind of stuff. Yeah. And then I met, in a coincidence, I met the drummer at the marching band, and he listened to Prince, and he showed me that stuff, and he played really good. And I said, I want to play this kind of music. Okay. And I told my dad, I want to go to this guy, nothing else. So, from this moment on, I was going to this guy, and then another coincidence, and I was always driven by it, always driven. And then when I was 13, in my village, a small village, there was a guy, he just came, and he was one of the most famous drummer, actually, not most, but he was very famous in Germany, and he married a girl from my village.
Okay.
So it's all like a coincidence. And then he had a rehearsal space here, and I was like, this is fate. Fate?
Yeah.
And from this, and I was always driven. Also later, I was chemistry for some years, because my parents told me, you have to need a job and do this, and very basic things, and say, well, I do it. And then I finished chemistry, and again, I played then from 70, 80 on, I was professional. I started playing with a tribute band. And this was a good start for me because we played every weekend, 2-3 times, 150 shows a year, like a lot.
I remember you said you wanted to play some gospel music.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, well, let me introduce you to Sylvester. Now, we had Sylvester on the show, right?
Yeah.
And that was the most beautiful thing to me, to know that you went over to meet my buddy, Sylvester.
Yes.
And you guys become great friends, man. It's really beautiful, man.
I would say he's one of my best friends now after this. And he just knows nothing about me. And I just came there, and he was really, he had already a ticket for a gospel festival for me. And then I don't know, I was 3 weeks with him, and from this time on, we are really, I don't know, we're just friends now. Yeah.
You know what I love the most, because when you was going over, and we were in Amsterdam. I told you in Amsterdam. I said you're gonna love Sylvester, man. But Sylvester had already told me, because you said you want to check out some real gospel music.
Yeah, man.
He goes, Skyler, I bought tickets for him to go to this concert where all the biggest gospel stuff. I said, well, he gonna go crazy, man.
And man, it was crazy. Really, I think I was one or two white guys. I was one of the only white guys there. This was ridiculous, man. Where this shouting and going in front of the stage and praying and this energy was. But actually, he invited me for a second one. And this was even more interesting because it was a big festival. There's a lot of artists, gospel artists, and more blues or more of the soul stuff. And it was like 20,000 people. So it was a very new experience for me. Yeah, it was really nice. Everything with Sylvester. He brought me to a big church. I got this vibe, he played, I think it was for Leslie. He plays for Leslie. Yeah. I didn't see him playing, but all this energy. And I have to say, actually, that Nerea also, she loves gospel too.
Yeah. It's roots music, for Black folks. I mean, like, it's a different kind of feel. I've been to Catholic churches. I've heard all the, first of all, if you had a seat, if you don't stand up like everybody else, you're not going to see the show.
Yes, you're right.
You got to see some big time gospel acts over there, man, all in one place. So be careful what you ask for. You ask me, man, I want to do some gospel. You got right in the middle of it. Ryan, you got a question?
Yeah, I'm so curious. Coming from Europe where you're based, I mean, the Prince side I can totally see, but like, are there any other inspirations or influential, I guess, drummers as a whole? Like, how did you merge into focusing on the gospel side? It's super interesting.
Well, the thing is, Nerea is actually the same. This is maybe why we we're connecting so strong also in music. The thing is, in Europe, I was living in London, in Berlin, in Munich, in Poland. I tried a lot of different, cities in Germany that I thought even in London, it's more this vibe, like an open vibe and just playing with your heart and this kind of stuff where everybody's loving, but it's not. And I think just 10 years ago, I saw this drummer, Aaron Spears. He's the drummer from Usher. Mm-hmm. He was playing this crazy stuff, and I was just blown away. It's just 10 years ago, like 10 years. Wow. And from this moment on, I just felt this vibe, and then I got the singers and all this energy. And then I lived in London. I played one show with Jennifer from London. So
Jennifer. This woman is amazing singer, right?
Yes, amazing. And I played 3 gospel shows with her, man. And it was like I played even different, when you with this energy. I don't know what it is. I always say that I want to play from my heart. I was going to study music, and then I stopped, and I just played. I played a lot, maybe 3,000 to 4,000 gigs, something like this. I always wanted to play. Mm. And the thing is, I have to say, actually, before I met Nerea, I wanted to immigrate to America just because of that.
Okay.
But just like 3-4 weeks ago, they denied my visa, so I will see how it goes. And now I'm with Nerea, and she also likes gospel. So, also she is really looking forward to this spirit, this energy. I don't know why, it feels like it's just in this kind of music.
You got to take her to America too, so y'all can go hang out.
Well, this is the plan. If somebody sees this show and he needs 2 musicians in a church in America somewhere, we just need a visa. We just straight ahead. We come. We are there.
All right. I'm in America. I will look around for you.
Spread the word.
Really, serious. It's a big thing in our both life. And, the last, because of Corona also, you were starting thinking about what's going on. Why you do this? I'm getting now a bit older and things, and then how you want to end up, right? And just because I'm over 40, I don't want end up and say, okay, that's it now. And I want, because I have this energy inside. I just have this energy inside. Yeah.
I love it. What? Let's speak to your lovely girlfriend.
Please.
Tobias played me some clips of you playing, and I was blown away.
Oh, I see.
No, it's I mean, you're amazing. Now, same thing. How did you get into gospel music in Croatia?
Oh, well, I was always exploring music and wanting to learn something new. And I felt like coming from real classic hard rock music since I was very little. My family was listening to this music at home. This was like my basis from which I continued upgrading my styles and discovering the styles.
Yeah.
And further on, I found out that I really love funky because of more rhythm. And for bass guitar, it's a must.
Is there a lot of funk artists in Croatia?
Oh, not. Maybe one or two.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it was just the music that I was listening to and absorbing. And my first encounter with gospel music was when one Chicago mass choir came to Zadar, to my city, and they had a gig there. I was living across the street in a building, and I could have heard them through the window. And usually all the music that was playing in this theater was very boring, I have to say.
Yeah.
But this time I heard something really nice, and I was like, what is going on here? I had to find out who this artist is. And after I found on the placard the name, I searched on the internet, I downloaded all the discography, and this is my beginning to gospel. And then you know how it goes, just
sometimes we're sitting together and we're just crying together, hearing this music.
and laughing and crying and everything.
Yeah, she cries more, but
that's true.
Just imagine, we both want to play gospel, but we cannot go. We get no visa. We cannot. What is this thing? You know, it starts here already, and it's not just about music. It's about all these borders in life. Why you need all these things to make music, and but it starts in the head of the people, even of the musicians. I would say if everybody would be more open and talking to each other and being more grateful, I think it would be for all much easier. But they just don't get it. The most of them, not all. But this is why I like your idea for music for global change. And this is also a change. You know, it would be a change. You know,
these interviews we've been having are totally global, right? We're not just talking to one person somewhere. We're talking to people all over the world. And that's exactly what my dream was, is to fuse people together, right?
You always did this. I mean, I met so many people through you, and it's amazing everywhere. Like, it wasn't just Sylvester. There were Alan and so much more people, Fritz.
Alan introduced me to you, right?
Oh, yeah. and it's really, I don't know, you're always connecting people, and this is amazing, really.
Skyler connecting people.
Yeah, it's true. This is for
and you
sure.
know what? It's about networking, right?
Yes.
You can't do anything alone. It's not meant to be that way, you know. So people are born to do different things, and thank God for that. But if we come together, you know, I'm gonna prove to you that money doesn't do anything. So we have a Brinks truck come up with all this money, and he comes over to your place over there, and he says, "Sir, where do you want all this money at?" And you go over there in the corner, put it all over, you know, all the money in the corner. So you and your girlfriend will sit there like this. You'll starve to death before that money moves. It ain't gonna move. It'll be sitting there unless one of you go grab it and pass it to the other. That was the movement, right? It wasn't the money. You can't unbite the bug, right?
Yes.
Once you fall in love with it, it doesn't matter. And the best thing about it, you can go anywhere on the planet and you have your own sound, right?
This thing is,
you know, so the chemistry is everything. But I mean, you know, I did an experiment one time where I took 4 bands and I had them play the same song, right? And just because some people have their own style. And I mean, they playing the same notes and all stuff like that, and they playing on, but it's going to sound different because people have their own signature and sound.
Yes, that's true. This is why I'm teaching also. I'm teaching actually right now a lot. I have like 40 students online and everywhere, and I teach everything. Also my licks, and my secret licks and all that stuff, because they always play different. This is the thing. It's always different. Always. It's like
you killed every one of my songs. I want to thank you for that, my brother. You killed them, right?
Tobias, you said you're teaching a lot of students. I saw on your Instagram that you do teaching over Skype, but I guess I wanted to get your thoughts, the both of you, on the power of YouTube. I feel like I watch a lot of drummers on YouTube, and I've never been on a drum kit in my entire life, but those videos are so, entertaining. I feel like, what are your thoughts on just YouTube having a YouTube channel and you're just jamming out? Because I got to tell you, you'd probably get millions and millions of views, which turns into a lot of money, which then turns into a lot of touring. A channel of just you going crazy, you know what I mean? Like covers and originals. But I mean, I think you have a certain niche, which would be the two of you together. You rarely see a duo like that. You know what I mean? Like drum and bass.
Yeah.
A YouTube channel would crush.
Actually, we talked today about doing this stuff together. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a consistency play, but I mean, you guys are obviously talented musicians, and you could probably put together videos.
Yeah, easy.
2 or 3 a week and just crush. I mean, that stuff takes off, man. And there's a lot of money to be made on YouTube for sure.
As we've mentioned your music. We've mentioned the chemistry element of your earlier career. You've also got a black belt in wing do. So can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Well, this is not a big story. I just started with that thing, and everything every time I started something, it's like with the trading, I really go into it. I just do it. I do it 100%. And then I did it like for 8 years, and I was doing private lessons, and I just liked it. It made my brain like this cheese out thing and Bruce Lee stuff, and then I just liked it, and it was good for a time. But now,
another reason why, if you go into YouTube channel, as Ronald just mentioned, if you cracked into that, I'm sure that will be a great success. Looks like everything you kind of turn your hand to definitely comes to something good.
Start filming some of it, though.
Yes, actually. This is the next thing. I started filming a year ago when I bought this big C-cam camera, 6K, and I also started doing this stuff.
You got 11,000 something followers on Instagram. You got to hit TikTok, hit YouTube hard. I'm telling you, you've got the perfect content. It's music, right? Everybody loves it, and you've got your own lane. It's gonna explode.
I like it. She likes it too. Yeah.
Hey guys, thank you for the privilege of your time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you for taking time to come on, man.
Let's have him come on next time and play and just jam. Let's do it.
This is a good plan. Let's do that.
All right, definitely. I like this.
Music can save the world. Music can save the world. If we all get together, music can save the world. Yeah. Music can save the world. Music can save the world. If we all come together, music can save the world. There's an urgency facing our humanity.
Thank you so much for watching. To stay up to date, please click subscribe and hit the bell. You can also join our group on Facebook and find us on LinkedIn and Instagram.